Alright, folks, welcome back to the Strife Championship Series. I'm the Source. Joining me is Filibuster Fox. We are getting into our second best of three between Ascent Gaming and New Team. They're already well into the picks and bans. Bastion Malady being removed, Claudessa, Jinshi, Rook for Ascent Gaming, and on the side of New Team, Featherstone and Nikolai actually making it through the pick ban phase.
Well, Claudessa made it, so this is going to be a good game regardless of what happens. Bastion, of course, one of the standard bans, getting out one of those big tanks. You don't want to limit the options they have. Melody has been seeing some success today with a lot of crowd control and damage coming out, so that's a good ban out there. Jinshi, Claudessa, Rook is the start of a rather good team composition that I'm very fond of. Jinshi's been doing very well, and combined with that with the ever solid Claudessa, and well, just the other team is just going to constantly die. At least Claudessa.
That is Claudessa. Well, we are seeing the Ace pickup for Ascent Gaming, so taking things outside the box again. We saw them play Ace a few days ago, and Blazer as well. So high bursting composition, a lot of dive potential there for Ascent Gaming. On the other side, Featherstone, Nikolai being picked up, so that's a good strong tank. So also powerful AD carry. Ray in the mid lane, likely to be on, want to say, Curry Boy tends to play a lot of their mid laners, but we'll see. And then Hail for initiation, so a lot of big initiation coming out for New Team.
And they've got one more pick left, and could be interesting to see what they bring out against the unusual Ace. Maybe a lot of good options still available. Might see another bruiser type, I would think. Maybe Vex or Shank would be interesting.
I haven't seen a lot of Shank recently. Vex, I would actually say they might go for Vermilion. Second AD carry, leave Featherstone in the bottom lane, and then send an AD carry with someone else. Likely to see Hail Ray as a lane for just that huge burst combination we've been seeing people pick up Hail for. Other options being they could go with Malady's gone. I think it'll be another AD carry. I think it'll be Vermilion.
Could be. We shall see shortly. They're leaving us in suspense for this last choice from New Team. And we will find out shortly, as I'm running out of pick already. Come on.
Yes, this is the downside to not having a timer on these guys. They're going to have to get used to timers soon, as draft mode is theirs. Both the SPL actually has a time drafter, so I'm not sure why these guys wind up taking so long.
Yeah, well, just in case you're joining us late, this is the Strife Championship Series, Week 2, Day 2, Ascent Gaming versus New Team. My name is Filibuster Fox. If you're not familiar with my voice, joining today, The Source, one of your regular casters for the SCS. And we're still waiting on that last pick here. So, who do you think these lanes are going to go with for AG?
Likely to see, well, no, it's odd, because they've changed things up. I think we'll see Rook in the bottom lane, maybe Jinshi Blazer, maybe Claudessa Blazer. They have essentially 3 diving tanks, 2 bruisers, with Jinshi Ace, so it's a little bit odd. I'd like to say it'll be Jinshi Ace in one lane, just a full dive lane with Blazer, Claudessa probably in the middle lane, and Rook soloing out bot, but I'm not entirely sure. We don't see enough Ace to really be able to call it one way or the other.
You know, that Blazer Claudessa combination has to be one of my favorites to actually play as a Claudessa. Very solid combination, especially the tether from Blazer enabling a very easy Dragon's Reach can get you some pretty early picks. But we shall see. Oh, there we go. Carter is the option. We were both a little off there. They did go with Carter, the ranged burst mage, to finish out New Team's composition.
Alright, so that means, again, interesting lanes. So Carter and Ray, 2 separate mages. Probably Carter Nikolai top, Ray Hale mid, Featherstone bottom lane is what I'm thinking.
All of them in battle lane? Just all three?
No, that would be a little ridiculous.
You never know. It might work. It might, probably won't. But
no, probably won't work. But we are into games, so this shouldn't. Or we are into the spec delay, so another minute 30 seconds before these teams get in. Considering how aggressive the composition is for Ascent Gaming, I want to give it to them solely on the fact that they're confident enough to run Ace. Just running Ace on its own is a pretty risky move. If he does not get rolling towards the early to mid game, he winds up being very easily picked late game.
But Claudessa makes up for any weakness anyone else on the team may have. So, Ace may be an unusual pick, but they've seen success with it before, and I'm just looking forward to seeing it in action today. It should be very interesting to watch at the very least. You don't see a lot of Axe, not even in a random normal games or anything like that. So very unusual, rare sight to see. And we're going to start loading in now. We'll be in the game here within a minute. And we'll get to see Claudessa do some action.
As well as a pretty solid dive team with the Ace Jinshi. That's pretty heavy dive. That's also a lot of damage, and I believe last time we saw Ace, it was almost a full power Ace. Yeah, just the sheer amount of damage he was doing. He'd even picked up a Grimoire for the magic penetration, all about those abilities. So it hits pretty hard, but again, I think it only worked when it did because of the the insane amount of lane control. So we'll see whether or not new team can get a solid amount of control over their lanes and not really let the Ace run wild. It will be SMD on the Ace again, so he's probably playing that mid lane with OJC, considering the way their composition looks to be running. That'll be Bone and Zeevil in the top lane, I think. Although I could be wrong about the lane placement, I'm almost positive about the composition of SMD and OJC going together. Thomas will be soloing in the bottom lane, and then looking at the picks, Lowen will be Featherstoning in the bottom lane. It'll likely be Curry Boy and Lincolns, or New Gen Lincolns, and then Bebe and Curry Boy up top.
Indeed. Okay, finally, everyone's loaded in. They're going off the lanes. Let's see if your predictions are correct. As they start going right to lane, looks like no 5-man shenanigans out of AG at level 1. Zeevil and Bone going up top with the matching yellow dyes. Looks like SMCL and OGC going mid with Rook down in the bot lane. However, we've got new team all going down to the bot lane, looking to possibly catch someone out. The level 1 posturing that sometimes works fantastically and sometimes just delays going to your lane.
That's also possible. They do have Nuja, though, on the Ray. And, yep, he's going to be burrow botting things up for Lowen on the Featherstone. So he's going to throw down 3 burrow bots. Those are going to blow up the wave pretty much instantly. And then that'll help Lowen gain early advantage in his lane. He'll get quick level 2 and hopefully be able to keep control of Tompus's Rook. Looks like they're going to be sending Curry Boy in the middle lane with Lincolns. So that's going to be I don't know. Actually, they seem to be moving around these lanes a bit.
Yeah, they may be trying. No, he's just getting some vision. It is going to be Lincolns and Curry Boy, and that's going to be a lot of aggression that mid lane up against OGC and SMCL. But I'm not sure how well that's going to work out for them against Ace Jin C. That's a pretty fairly beefy combination there.
Yeah, starting out with regen for both of them, so no early defensive stats, but likely to be double Elderstone out of them unless SMD does go full on power. We'll have to see. But yeah, no, it's a lot of damage. Lincoln's already taken a little bit, so we'll see how well they last in that lane.
Indeed. A little trading back and forth up in the top lane is not going to amount to much yet until they get a little bit more of their abilities going. But still, everyone's just farming up for that level 2 and looking for the first engages. And there goes the Dragon's Reach. It hits Nuja. And the stun from Nuja countering it out quite nicely, just exchanging some poke, basically.
Yeah, middle lane we saw Lincoln's go a little low. FMD took some damage as well, so that's going to be a pretty even lane, I think, until we see level 4, when they have all of their abilities and a little bit more in their favorite one. SMD getting pretty low, though. He has to be worried about Curry Boy's damage.
Indeed he does. Still, that trade down in the bot between Lowen and Tompus kind of working out in favor of Tompus right now. A nice Dragon's Reach up in the top lane. Claudessa showing what she can do as Nuja is forced out of the fight. Beba is there to try to mix it up with Zev a little bit there. But just managing to get the disengage nicely after a good initiate from Claudessa.
Yes, that was a pretty solid play. They do have the tether shot, so that'll help them set up a lot of really nice picks, assuming the Dragon Reach lands for the moment.
Yeah, Dragon's Reach combo with the tether either makes it very easy to hit the Dragon's Reach or very easy to hit the tether either way. For a great engage. SMCL doing a lot of damage to Lincoln's just with one spin there. Just fantastically impressive what Ace can do when it's properly played.
Yeah, not too many finished items. Actually, Jinshi with an early dampening cloak, so needs to avoid the raw magic damage that comes out from both Lincoln's and Curry Boy.
Indeed, still not a whole lot of action happening throughout the map. Tomp is consistently pushing in on the bot lane, trades back and forth in the mid and top, but may have an engage soon on top. It looks like AG's all healed up, as is NT. They're ready for a fight there. But in the mid lane, SMCL nearly taken out by a Carter Rocket, getting out of there with just a few hit points and trying to go back in a bit of cover that won't get poked. But good fight out of new team there to force him back.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good engagement. They got a lot of damage down onto him. That is, he does have his Reaper's Scythe now, so he'll start stacking that up, and that may allow him to pick up the kills he's been pretty close to getting. But again, it is a double melee lane. Until they really get the engagement they need, they're going to be under a fair bit of pressure.
Indeed, they are. Still not a whole lot of action happening early on besides trades back and forth. No solid engages here, but there may be a bit of a fight in the top lane. They've got no opportunity. Never mind, it's closed out. But SMCL going ham onto Lincoln. Lincoln's turning around onto OGC. They're going for Carter instead, but now they've turned around after taking too much damage. OGC might go down here. Lincoln's trying to get it off. He's slowed by the pincer. It's enough to get OGC out. Turning around, lands the stun. SMCL walking away, and a nice disengage there after a bit of a disastrous engage in the mid lane.
Yeah, a solid bit of body blocking. They were able to keep OJC alive. He likely would have gone down. Oh, down in the bottom lane, though, Tompus finishes off Lowen under the tower. So, a clear advantage in that 1v1 lane.
Indeed. He's got the lead now. He's got the tower damage, constantly pushing up onto it. Meanwhile, top lane just trading damage back and forth. Oh, the stun from Ray lands, but so does the tether. Expecting a Dragon's Reach. No, he's not going to get the Dragon's Reach on Ninja. Might be down. Zevel's forced out by Beba. Now, Bone is in a little bit of trouble having to back out there. But they're getting both sides, once again, having to disengage and heal up after dealing tons of damage to each other for little actual effect.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a clear trade lane until, I think, until there's a roam out of OJC or maybe SMD. One of them could possibly make that play. Just they need a little bit more damage, and they haven't been able to lock that down for the moment.
Indeed, they do. Tompus now still the same level as Lehman, doesn't have a level advantage yet, which is certainly good for a new team right now, despite losing the kill. The goal totals are quite a bit different. Lehman's trying to be aggressive here, but Tompus is not having any of it. He's staying in the fight despite the early damage. He trades equally for the damage and is going to back off here and chase A, but looks like OGC is not actually doing anything. Thank you, spectator client. It baited me. But not much going on. We got a roam from Lincoln's to the bot lane.
Yeah, Hail Roam and actually pause.
And a pause indeed. So we have a minute here to look at some of the gold totals and cover things while this pause happens. Rook is leading with 481 GPM, and nearly all of AG is leading in gold over all of their contemporaries on new team right now.
All right, we'll see whether or not Lincolns can make this play. Thompson is in a little bit of trouble here.
Nice use of the vulnerability, yeah, and the hook gets him out of danger there, but allows Leowin to get a little more farm there. A little bit of a jungle play in Bone and Zeevil up in the top lane, trying to get a little extra farm while they waited. But so far, nothing decisive. Claudessa looks like she's looking to go in for something, but... Oh, there goes the Dragon Street. Does some damage. Here comes SMCL for the gank. Nuja in trouble in the bush. The ultimate from Claudessa doing a lot of damage. SMCL picking up the kill on Nuja. And Baby getting out of there nicely because Nikolai is tanky and there's just not enough damage left after he's used his ult. Now, Claudessa's got a bit of a disadvantage up against Nikolai's because of Nikolai's ult pulling her out of the fight while her ult is going, so she's not damaging anyone. It's very frustrating, but Leowin is in a lot of trouble down in the bot lane. Tompus is going and he lands the Rook ult, manages to get through the CC, but he still is taken down as Tompus picks up another kill in the bot lane.
Yeah, Leowin's up against a lot of pressure. Has a golden protector, but that's not really saving him. Tompus has his power boots, is working towards, not sure what his next item is likely to be. Could be a Demon Fang, to give him a little bit more on-hit auto attack damage. So right now, Saint Gaming, really strong control of the bottom lane. That's going to help them out towards transitions, just since Tompus is so strong. He's likely to bring down that tower very, very soon. We see another pause.
Someone must be having a few connection issues during this match, hopefully resolving out quickly here. But Rook is continuing to take a dominating gold per minute lead. If we have a look at the gold graph while it's paused up, we can see AG is right now leading by about 3,800 gold. And... also it's XP, but that is less significant than the gold lead right now. We're starting to see some solid items build out, some early power from Claudessa, and some a lot of early damage out of Rook there. He's looking to keep killing Featherstone as much as he can while he has the advantage.
Yep, and the item just finished out for him, so he actually just picked up a bit more power, looking towards something a little bit bigger than a normal Demon Fang. Although I could be wrong, he could just be sitting on that extra regen for the moment.
And Rook, once again, fighting Leowin down in the bottom. Nice use of the hook to get into range. He may be able to pick up another kill here. He's, nope, just forcing him under the tower, walking away safely. Not enough burst to follow up the auto attacks, but certainly holding a dominant lane position in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the golden protector. Actually, ultimate was used up in top lane.
And it's a lot of damage, but Bone's in trouble. Claudessa, maybe, guys, he's taken down by Nikolai there. Zeevil in a lot of trouble now. Nuja can't get in to help. He's way too low. He'll get sniped off by Zeevil if he gets close enough. Maybe having to run away there, and that's going to be a nice pickup. But meanwhile, down in the bot lane, Tompus picked up a kill on Leowin while Lincolns came down for the roam, but it wasn't enough. And now OGC is trying to pick up something here on Lincoln's, but I don't think he's going to find it.
Yeah, Leowin had the power steal, but it really wasn't enough right now. Tompus is way ahead of him. Again, he only has a golden protector. That's no boots. That's no additional power. He's pretty much relying on that tankiness and hoping to get to super late game at this point. And, you know, for a new team, they need to find an advantage somewhere else. Mid lane is going pretty much even. Top lane, a little bit in favor of Ascent Gaming. They are up in GPM pretty much in every lane, but it's not as bad. Bottom lane is really where they're in trouble. The tower is almost down. Looked like SMD wanted to roam in for that, and he's still considering it.
Yeah, Tompus is able to push down this tower. Maybe a bit of engage on Curry Boy under tower here. Nope, he's safely behind the tower. Gonna fight up in the top lane right now. That's the tower and bot lane is where the next fight is gonna happen. Tompus is gonna push it up. Oh, mid lane SNCL does manage to pick up the kill on Carter under the tower. No problem at all with these very able to tower dive. And down goes Lau in the bot lane. He's having a lot of trouble here as Tompus is going under the second tower here for it. He might be able to pick up the kill. There it goes, and he gets out safely after taking that first tower and his lane opponent.
Yeah, that That is pretty devastating. That's a finished crushing base plus power boots. So the armor that Lowen did pick up doesn't mean anything. He's pretty much up against the wall now. While they're being picked up by Ascent Gaming, there may be a little bit of contesting as S&D has rotated in, but no one else is there actually. And they may be able to rotate around and pick up Curryboy and Lincolns in the middle lane if they find them, or possibly Beba and Nikolai was looking to come in but didn't follow it up, and now SMD doesn't decide to dive it yet.
No solid engage here out of S&D, but they do have a significant... Oh, there goes OGC right into Lincolns. Here comes Thompson for the gank from the side. Link through a lot of trouble, manages to dash out of the way. OGC does not land the stun on Curryboy, and he's going to be able to get out that fight safely. Nice disengage out of new team there.
Yeah, no, that looked like it was going to be devastating for them, but they were able to sidestep a lot of that damage. OJC got really, really low, so good play there by new team not to give up anything else. Down in the bottom lane, Lowen is under a ton of pressure, but in the jungle, they may be able to find Zeevil.
Zeevil is going to go down here. OGC is coming to help, but he's a little too late. Bone and OGC just grabbing the vision, trying to make something happen. SMD is kind of in the middle of new team right now, but is not going to get caught out by that. Thompson again getting another kill in the bot lane, while action is happening on the rest of the map. Bit of a fight in mid lane. SMD goes down, but they managed to pick up 2 kills for it. Carter and Hale both going down, and now Bone and OGC have this lane to push unopposed. Ray is on the way, but they're probably going to stay top and try to kill that tower and trade it for the mid one.
Yeah, that shouldn't take them too long to get. Actually, no, they may not get top tower. Blazer is rotating over. And Ascent Gaming will get the middle one, but I think the team is under a little bit of pressure.
Simultaneously, both towers go down mid bottom. Zeevil and SMD going in on the top lane. The stun from Ray enough to prevent the follow-up engage. They almost had a great catch on Beba there, but he did manage to get out. Thank you to Nuja's well-placed stun. But the rest of AG is collapsing down on Nuja's in a lot of trouble. There's OGC, and the Dragon's Reach hits Baby. He's back in a lot of trouble. Feathers on him, and he goes down quickly. And that's Zeevil picking up the kill there. Nuja is not going to be able to defend this tower against the potential dive out of AG. They have a lot of potential to. Meanwhile, down in the bot lane, Rook is still pushing up. Mid lane, Curryboy and Lincolns are taking that tower. But here comes the dive out of AG. They're going for Nuja. Is he going to be able to land? The stun goes down, but the tether does too. That's not enough to get him out of there. OGC moves in and picks up the kill. They're going to be able to take this tower. And they manage to protect mid tower on a nice rotate from SMD to defend that.
Yeah, so they did lose one tower. Oh, Thompus may be in trouble.
Lincoln's in a lot of trouble as he face checks the bush, but oh my goodness, Curryboy does enough damage to take down Rook in return.
Alright, so they get the shutdown on him. They get, a good amount of gold for the value of picking him up. But they're still, on the back foot. They've lost 4 towers already, 2 in the bottom lane, 1 in mid, 1 in top. So that's, pretty bad for them. The fact that Thompus is just so far ahead. Curryboy may be in a little bit of trouble here if Bone finds him.
Claudessa misses the Dragon's Reach on this attempt to engage on Curryboy. SMD's in from the back. Nuja in a lot of trouble in the middle of all this. He's going down quickly. Curryboy looks to be able to get out. Lincoln's coming in to help, but Nuja is down. The tether does hit Lincoln's. He gets out of there quickly, and Biba is just taking the damage in the back. Curryboy's trying to poke them out, but they are going to get the disengage there, and that's going to be AG rotating possibly for Baldir here to pick that up to extend their gold lead, which is already over 10,500.
Yeah, Ascent Gaming in clear lead of this game. I think a lot of this snowballed out of the fact that mid lane went so far in their favor, but in goes Beba.
And that is Beba in the back line going for Zeevil, but he's all alone. The rest of the team was zoned out by SMD, and they are able to pick up the kill on Nikolai very quickly, and they're rotating top to look down to take down that top tower.
SMD may be able to find Lincoln's though.
Not quite. As the rest of the team's coming up, they are going to be able to get this tower pretty easily. The rest of the team is rotating up for a new team, but that is a lot of danger that they'll be going into, even with the tower dive fight. But here comes Ray. He's dashing and he's going for the stun. He lands the hit on Zemo. Lynx goes in. OGC taken so very low. Thomas, however, duels down. Curry Boy down in the bottom of the lane. And it's still going to have to hide under tower here. They did a lot of damage to OGC and Zeevil, so they're not going to be able to tower dive once again. But SMD just diving onto Nuja as he comes out away from the tower. He's disengaging here and moving to do what they can.
Alright, so AG, they've sent one down to the bottom lane to clear that wave out. That'll be really helpful for them, get them a little bit more gold. With their current gold advantage sitting at about 13,000 or so, they can look to start making Syndara plays. They have enough items in their hand, and maybe they just keep pushing, or they may decide they want to keep on skirmishing out in the jungle. We'll have to see.
They're rotating around, grabbing the vision. Carter may be a little trouble if Claudessa catches the Dragon Reach, which he does not. And now Nikolai coming in from the side, maybe a little... Okay, no engage there. Probably good that Beba did not. That would have been a very dangerous fight.
Yeah, would have been in a little bit of trouble there. Lowen, he's still pretty far behind. Now he has boots. Compare that to what is likely to be a wound splitter coming up from top along with crushing mace and finished power boots. That's just so much damage. New team will take that top tower, but they're gonna get pressured here in the middle lane, and it may just be a rotation for Syndara.
Yeah, there are a lot of people ready for that, and it looks like New Team is together in the mid lane if they manage to rotate for this. Got Claudessa in the back, well, not coming in, wasn't providing any vision anymore. Carter does spot it out, and the rockets are coming in, but that Syndara is going to go down way too quickly. The Dragon's Reach is out, not going to hit anyone, but engage comes in from Lincoln. Thomas so very quickly down, but Beba goes down as well. Lincoln's in a lot of trouble. He's taken down by Claudessa and Jinshi, and they managed to pick up another as well. So far, this is 3-2. Nuja's in a lot of trouble. The tether lands. Nuja is in dire states here. Maybe he'll pick up Zeevil. Zeevil gets away, but Bone is all over Claudessa, picking up another kill. And now they are rotating to the mid to prepare for this push with Krytos.
Yeah, Krytos being picked up. That was a huge team fight for Ascent Gaming. They only lost 2 in that, and pretty much cleared everything out. Gold advantage now spiking up to about 15,000. So item wise, they're pretty much an item ahead of everybody on New Team. And again, just Lowen is just so far behind. They really shut Featherstone down pretty much for free. It really only took the efforts of Tompus to get that job done. So, you know, good on him to really control the lane. But I feel as if New Team could have focused a little bit more help down there when they started realizing he was under pressure.
Indubitably, here's Krytos in on the inner tower for this fight. A lot of damage onto him already, barely any on the tower. It looks like a missed engage from Dragon's Reach, but a hit from the tether will do enough to take out Lewin. And in goes the Nikolai ultimate, bringing OGC under the generator and a lot of damage, but don't manage to kill him quite. Krytos is very low. He's gonna die here trying to push up the generator by himself as the rest of AG goes to rotate to the bottom generator where they've got a good minion wave already and forcing the rotation out of New Team. Beba goes in for the engage on OGC. OGC's in a lot of trouble in the tower, but Lincoln's about to go down there. Carter shoots the rocket, but it's not enough. 3 kills very quickly for Ascent Gaming as they're gonna take down this generator. Lowen and Nuja, only ones alive, and the tether lands on Lowen. He's in a lot of trouble now. OGC diving deep. SMD is in as well, but takes too much damage from the cross.
Wowzers!
Box, did I lose you?
Sorry? No. It was just in the fight. You there?
Right. Yeah, no. I thought I lost you for a minute. I wasn't sure.
Alright. Oh, yes, yeah. But...
Continue.
Okay, gold tolls. Now, after taking that, they're over 22,500 in advantage for AG, getting out of there safely, and they're rotating once again for Baldir to continue to extend this extreme gold lead. About 19 minutes in with a lead of, 23,000 now.
Yeah, no, that's a really large gold advantage, and we do see again SMD's pretty much full power ace. He's built the same thing again, was allowed to. So this may be his ace build, just build full power and go really deep on the dives along with OJC to back him up, because they can go pretty deep with double ever winner charm that allows them to slow down targets and set up a lot of pretty aggressive plays. And then, running a main tank on Claudessa has allowed them to not need as many hyper carries and reduce the number of targets that can be heavily shut down.
They're rotating up for this top turret here, seeing what they can initiate. They are way ahead. They're going for the dive. Bone goes in. Claudessa lands the Dragon 3. It's huge. They're going down so fast. That's an instant 4 kills. So they may be able to get the ace there. There is the 5th kill. The enemy team is eliminated. They can finish off this tower at their leisure and push up this top generator as the minions are slowly pushing down the mid lane. They're just waiting on a minion wave so they can take this generator down. It's going down quite nicely here. And the mid lane slowly pushing, but they've still got about 5 seconds before the opposing team is up. And it looks like they're going right for the win right now. They're going right onto the crux there. It is taking a lot of damage. Here it comes. New team. Can they stop it? Oh, JC goes down very quickly, followed by Thomas. They're forced to disengage here. Bone and Zeval goes down. Bone is in a lot of trouble. Can Claudessa get out? It looks like Lynx is going to be able to catch up here. Certainly, SMD gets out with no problem, but Bone's still being chased hard here. It's just the crux with so little hit points. Backdoor would have been beautiful if feasible, but they got denied from it. Bone's still alive, just extending this chase ridiculously. Claudessa, just impossible to kill.
Yeah, they weren't able to chase him down. They didn't really have enough CC there to make that happen. Good defense there, but they're under a lot of pressure. That's the bottom generator, the top generator. The gold advantage is kind of starting to spiral out of control, and I think just the item lead is going to let Ascent Gaming walk in there and take the crux pretty much whenever they want to.
Indeed, they can. They've got so much ahead right now, and it is, as you say, their game to lose at this point. They can be cautious, they can be aggressive, they can do what they want, they can probably get away with it as long as they don't do something ridiculous. They've got that middle generator they can take down for extra gold if they want to, or they can go around and finish off the crux, which has, about a third of all health bar left. And in a lot of trouble there, SMD picking up the kill, not even let Claudessa hitting the Dragon's Reach for the finish. How very rude not to allow Claudessa to pick up the kill, but Thomas picks up the kill against OJC, goes down in the back. Nuja gets a nice snipe onto the Rook, but Carter dies in return for it. Nuja has no defense though with the lack of generator, and the Dragon's Reach does hit, but SMD gets the kill, and clearly the crux is going to go down here. I don't think Vivid can do anything about this, and that's going to be the first win to Ascent Gaming in about 22 minutes.
Controlling game, they were able to play a very aggressive composition with the Ace Jinshi. People are going to need to figure out a way to shut that down, because we've seen that once from them before. This may continue, and if you're forcing bans out on Ace and Jinshi, you're leaving up a lot of standard picks. So either people are going to have to ban it, or they're going to have to come up with a way to deal with it.
Yeah, and they also have to deal with Claudessa.
And Claudessa. Although I'm not sure Claudessa was the reason that game went the way it did.
No, that was a lot of success, particularly in the bot lane from Rook. Have to give him huge props for the huge lead he gained early on, and forced them to react to the bottom a lot when Rook didn't really need any help, and allowed them to take some advantages in mid. It was a great early game out of Rook there, and beautiful follow-up from the entire Ascent Gaming team.
Alright, so we should be moving into Game 2 hopefully soon. We'll see you guys after this commercial break, and we'll be stepping into Game 2 between Ascent Gaming and New Team. This is the Stripe Championship Series Week 2. I am the Source. Joining me is Filibuster Fox, and we'll see you guys in a bit.